The field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 11 yards on the pickup there.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 8. Stroud now on 2nd down. That one complete. It's tanked down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Back to the ground with Pierce. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Seventh play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Stroud on 3rd down now. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Trenton Simpson, that is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. The kick by Fairbairn is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
Guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 75 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Another run here with Dobbins. They find some open field here. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Hey, middle.
Now Jackson on second down. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder, Jimmy Ward.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Gets the dump off to Pierce. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
Let's go.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Pierce now up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Here we go.
Second down and 6 now. And Pierce gets it again on second down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. 2 really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next play.
On second and goal, here's the option. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Stroud. Touchdown! Dameon Pierce from 8 yards out. And the Riverhogs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. On for the PAT, Ka'imi Fairbairn. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score Riverhawks 17. Golden Eagles 0. Ka'imi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Take over. 1st down and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it. I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it. You mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 98 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
That is caught. There he goes, right side. Touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 56 yards.
And the Golden Eagles are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This will be a return from deep in the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 17-7 lead, maybe they're just looking to get into the locker room.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Now Stroud.
Over the middle, complete. That's Pierce. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Another completion there, and we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key is going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it? Not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
The 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
A gain of 12. First down, Riverhawks.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And running with power here.
Now on the return, they'll take over first down and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
And they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On first down, here's Stroud. That's complete to Dell.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1. And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a 2nd and 6. Here's Stroud.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QB
looking this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
13.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Report.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Yo.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey. Go.
Here's Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Got it. Ready?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
First down.
Don't check. Cowboy 80. Hey.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And Stroud now to throw. To Pierce, they set up the screen. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now. Viking 18.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Trenton Simpson in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 3. Now Jackson going to shift him around. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Tackled back at the 30-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Jerry Hughes too strong as he's in for the sack.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Report.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down, being chased out left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Down the left sideline. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick six will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no options. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Next to score, Riverhawks 27, Golden Eagles 7. Kaimi Fairbairn set to kick off.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week one because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
3rd and 5. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
You change it. Go ahead.
4th down. Here's Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Pierce takes it straight ahead. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.